My friends, tonight, history has been made in the heart of Brooklyn. There he is, standing before an electrified crowd, not as a symbol of power, but as a servant of the people who built this city with their hands, their sweat, and their hope. The sun may have set over New York this evening, but as Eugene Debs once said, I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity. And tonight, that dawn has begun to break. For as long as many of us can remember, working people in this city have been told that power isn't meant for them. We've been told it belongs to the wealthy, the well-connected, the ones with friends in high places and money in deeper pockets. We've been told to stay quiet, to stay in our lanes, to believe that we can work and sweat and struggle, but never decide. But look around you tonight. Look at these hands, the hands that lift boxes in warehouses from Queens to the Bronx, the hands that grip delivery by handlebars through the freezing winters, the hands that are scarred by kitchen burns and weathered by years of labor. For too long, these hands were never meant to hold power. And yet, over the last 12 months, you, the people of this city, dared to reach for something greater. You dared to believe that your voice mattered. You dared to organize, to fight, to hope. And tonight, against every odd, every doubt, every headline that said it couldn't be done, you've grasped it. Audience cheers. The future is in our hands now. My friends, tonight we have done what many said was impossible. We have toppled a political dynasty. Crowd cheers loudly. I wish Andrew Cuomo nothing but the best in private life, but let this be the final time his name is spoken in this campaign. Because this movement isn't about any one person. It's about what comes next. Tonight, we turn the page on a politics that served the few and abandoned the many. Tonight, New York has spoken, and you have delivered a mandate for change. A mandate for a new kind of politics. A mandate for a city that people can afford to live in again. A mandate for a government that delivers not for the powerful, but for the people. On January 1st, I will be sworn in as the next mayor of New York City. And that is not my victory, it's yours. So before I say anything else, let me say this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you to the next generation of New Yorkers, the dreamers, the organizers, the renters, the students, who refused to accept that the promise of a better future was a relic of the past. You proved that when politics speaks to people honestly, without condescension or corruption, we can build a new era of leadership. We will fight for you, because we are you. Or as we say on Steinway Street, Anamin cum Wailakum. We are one. Thank you to the ones so often forgotten by the politics of our city, who made this movement their own. To Yemeni bodega owners and Mexican abuelas, Senegalese taxi drivers and Uzbek nurses, Trinidadian line cooks and Ethiopian aunties, yes, aunties, this victory belongs to you. To every New Yorker in Kensington, in Midwood, in Hunts Point, know this. This city is your city. This democracy is yours too. This campaign was never about a title. It was about people. People like Wesley, an 1199 organizer I met outside Elmhurst Hospital on a Thursday night. A New Yorker who commutes 2 hours each way from Pennsylvania because he can't afford rent in the city he serves. People like the woman I met on the BX33 bus years ago, who told me, I used to love New York, but now it's just where I live. And people like Richard, the taxi driver I went on a 15-day hunger strike with outside City Hall, who still drives 7 days a week just to keep up. My brother, we are in City Hall now. And this victory is for all of you. But this is not the end. This is the beginning of something greater. Because the real work starts tomorrow. We will take this mandate and use it to build a city that finally reflects the people who live here. A city where housing is a right, not a luxury. Where no worker has to skip a meal to make rent. Where immigrants are not scapegoated, but celebrated. Where we invest in care, not cages, in schools, not surveillance. We will make sure that our police answer to the people, not the other way around. That our subways are safe and affordable. That our neighborhoods are green, walkable, and livable. We will make New York a sanctuary, not just in name, but in practice. And let's be clear, we didn't win tonight because we had more money. We won because we had more people. Because we built a movement of organizers, neighbors, artists, workers, people who knocked on doors, made phone calls, shared rides, and refused to give up. We won because we believed that democracy belongs to the people who show up. So tonight, I say this to every child watching from a crowded apartment, every nurse heading to the night shift, every taxi driver still out on the road, this victory is yours. You have proven that power does not come from the top down. It comes from the bottom up. It comes from solidarity, from courage, from community. And as your mayor, I promise you this: I will not govern for the powerful. I will govern with the people who put me here. So let this night be remembered, not as the end of an election, but as the rebirth of a city. A city where the workers who build New York can finally afford to live in New York. A city where diversity is not a slogan, but our strength. A city where hope belongs not to the few, but to all. The road ahead won't be easy. The powerful will push back. But we've faced that before, and we've won before. Together, we will keep winning. Tonight, you have proven that the impossible is possible. That ordinary people can do extraordinary things. That the future, once again, is in our hands. Thank you, New York. Thank you for believing in this movement. Thank you for giving this city back to its people. Crowd chanting, Mamdani! Mamdani! Let's go build the New York we've always dreamed of, together. Music rises. Applause. Stage lights fade.